As we age, many of us begin to feel like our bodies are no longer responding as they once did. Our skin loses its firmness, our hair thins, and, perhaps most frightening of all, our bones begin to weaken. But weak bones aren't something that just comes with age. They go far beyond a simple feeling of discomfort or stiffness. They can transform the way we live, limiting our actions, our movement, and even our confidence. If you're over 60 and start to notice a loss of strength in your joints or difficulty performing simple tasks like climbing stairs or playing with your grandchildren, this isn't something you should ignore. Feelings of pain, tiredness when walking, or fear of falling are all signs that something isn't working as it should. And it's at this point that many people start to feel trapped, limited by their age. But what you may not know is that weak bones don't have to be an inevitable fate. You're not doomed to live with pain or fear of falling. People often believe that this is just a side effect of aging, but in reality, osteoporosis and other bone conditions have causes and solutions that many people don't yet know about. And when you understand the true causes of weak bones, you'll discover that there is a way to reverse or at least minimize these effects. Imagine being able to stand up without fear, walk without pain, and even play with your grandchildren without worrying about weak bones. The good news is that this change may be more possible than you think. There is a solution waiting for you, an approach that can restore strength to your bones and, ultimately, your life. But to fully understand how this is possible, we need to take a deeper look at the science behind this transformation. It's not magic, it's not an empty promise, but rather a set of practices and knowledge that can change everything. In the next segment, we'll explore what causes weak bones and how you can start reversing it right now. Bone weakness may seem like a normal part of aging, but the reality is that it goes far beyond simple wear and tear. Osteoporosis, a silent condition that affects millions of people around the world, is one of the main causes of bone loss as we age. But the most insidious part of this condition is that it often doesn't present any obvious symptoms until the damage has already occurred. Osteoporosis causes bones to become more fragile and more susceptible to fractures, even with a mild impact. A simple fall, a twisted ankle, or even a sudden movement can result in a fracture. Bone fragility, therefore, is not limited to everyday discomforts. It significantly increases the risk of serious accidents, such as fractures to the hip, spine, and wrists. And the impact this has on quality of life can be devastating, leading many people to live a secluded life, fearing simple movements that were once part of their daily lives. And the effects go beyond mobility. When bones become weaker, posture also begins to change, and this can affect the way you feel and look. Compression of the vertebrae, for example, can cause a curved spine and back pain, altering your posture and often causing a constant feeling of fatigue and discomfort. Self-esteem, which can already be affected by aging, also suffers when your body no longer looks the same. But what is most alarming is that bone weakness does not discriminate between men and women. Although women, especially after menopause, are more likely to develop osteoporosis due to the decline in hormone levels. And yet, many people do not realize what is happening until they suffer a fracture. Bone loss is a gradual and silent process, which makes it even more dangerous. Without proper diagnosis and treatment, the problem can progress without the person realizing it until it is too late. That's why weak bones can't be ignored. We need to start talking about the importance of taking care of our bone health before the damage becomes irreversible. In the next segment, we'll explore how you can prevent or even reverse this process, giving you the tools you need to strengthen your bones and regain your freedom. You have the power to take action now, not wait until the problem worsens. The good news is that, contrary to what many people think, weak bones are not an inevitable fate. If you are over 60 and feel that your bones are no longer what they used to be, there are effective ways to restore your bone strength and even prevent osteoporosis from getting worse. These are not miracles, but rather proven practices that can transform your bone health and significantly improve your quality of life. The first step to reversing the process of bone weakness is to understand that bones are not just passive structures, but that, like muscles and tissues, they can be strengthened and kept healthy with proper care. Regular physical activity, for example, is one of the most effective ways to combat osteoporosis and keep bones strong. Exercises that involve impact, such as walking, dancing, or even climbing stairs, are extremely beneficial as they stimulate the formation of new bone tissue and help to strengthen existing bones. Furthermore, diet plays a crucial role in bone health. Calcium and vitamin D are essential for strengthening bones, helping to maintain bone density and preventing excessive bone loss. Foods such as dairy products, green leafy vegetables, and fatty fish should be incorporated into the diet on a regular basis. For those who are unable to obtain enough of these nutrients through diet, supplements can be an effective alternative, but always under the guidance of a health professional. What many people don't know is that there are also alternative therapies, such as osteotherapy, which aims to strengthen bones through therapeutic exercises and manual techniques. These practices can be extremely effective in relieving pain and restoring mobility. And of course, a consultation with a specialist, such as an endocrinologist or a physiotherapist, can provide a personalized treatment plan, taking into account your individual needs. The key to transformation is to start early. Don't wait until the pain becomes unbearable or your symptoms get worse. Simply changing your daily habits and incorporating these self-care measures can, over time, make a huge difference in your bone health. Transformation is possible, and it starts with you making the decision to take action now, before the problem gets worse. But how do you know where to start? What are the initial steps you can take to begin your bone recovery journey? In the next segment, we'll explore some of these practical solutions that you can apply to your daily routine so you can start feeling the benefits in no time. Now that we know that weak bones are not a life sentence, it is important to understand the main actions you can take to strengthen your bones and restore vitality. Although there is no single or quick solution, the combination of certain habits and daily care can bring surprising results. The secret lies in diet, physical activity, and daily care of your body. Food for strong bones. Diet is undoubtedly one of the most important pillars when it comes to bone health. To keep your bones strong and healthy, it is essential to ensure that your body receives the right nutrients. Calcium, for example, is essential, as it is the main mineral that makes up bones. Foods rich in calcium, such as milk, cheese, yogurt, and dark green leafy vegetables like kale and spinach are great allies. However, calcium alone is not enough. Vitamin D is essential to help the body absorb calcium effectively, and you can find it in fish like salmon and sardines, or even through moderate sun exposure. Additionally, foods rich in magnesium and vitamin K also play a crucial role in maintaining bone health. Nuts, seeds, beans, and whole grains are rich sources of magnesium, while vegetables like broccoli and kale are rich in vitamin K. By incorporating these foods into your daily diet, you'll be laying a solid foundation for bone health. Exercises that strengthen bones. While diet is crucial, physical activity is no slouch. Exercises that put some weight on your bones are essential for strengthening your bone structure. Walking, dancing, yoga, and even more intense activities like running or weight training can help increase bone density and prevent osteoporosis. This is because these types of activities create controlled physical stress on your bones, which encourages them to regenerate and strengthen. High-impact exercises, such as walking or running, are particularly effective because they make your bones work to support your body weight. If you have trouble doing high-impact activities, don't worry, as low-impact activities, such as swimming or cycling, can also be beneficial, although direct impact is preferable to strengthen your bones more effectively. Additionally, resistance exercises such as lifting weights or using resistance bands are great for building muscle mass, which also helps protect your bones. The stronger your muscles, the less strain your bones have to bear, which reduces the risk of fractures. Daily body care. Finally, daily care is essential for maintaining bone health. This includes avoiding smoking and excessive alcohol consumption, which can damage bone density and increase the risk of fractures. Practicing a healthy lifestyle that includes getting adequate rest, managing stress, and eating a balanced diet is key to maintaining healthy bones in the long term. It is also essential to see a doctor regularly for bone density tests, especially if you have a family history of osteoporosis or are older. These checkups can help identify problems early, which allows you to start preventive treatment before the condition worsens. Transformation is within your reach by taking these precautions. You can not only improve the health of your bones, but also improve your overall quality of life. You don't have to wait until problems become irreversible to start taking action. Simply adopting these habits can make a big difference to your mobility, confidence, and overall well-being. Now that you know how to take the first step toward restoring your bones and improving your quality of life, it's time to take the next step and implement those changes. In the next segment, we'll share testimonials from people who, like you, have made the decision to take action and are reaping the rewards of that transformation. Because regaining bone strength is not only possible, it's a choice you can make right now. Sometimes words alone are not enough to convey the real impact of a change. That's why hearing real stories from people who have been through what you're going through right now can be the key to opening your mind and heart to transformation. Here are some powerful testimonies from people who, after understanding the causes of weak bones and taking the right actions, were able to significantly improve their health and quality of life. Maria, 67 years old. I'm back to playing with my grandchildren. Maria has always loved spending time with her grandchildren, but constant joint pain and a fear of falling kept her from playing with them like she used to. I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to get up from the floor after playing with the kids. Climbing a flight of stairs became a daunting task. I felt weak, and the worst part was that it was affecting my enjoyment of life, Maria shares. She decided it was time to take action, and after consulting a specialist, she began adopting a diet rich in calcium and vitamin D, as well as taking a light walk every day. It was difficult at first, but over time I started to notice that my joints were stronger and the pain was lessening. Now I can run after my grandchildren without worrying about falling, and I feel like I can do anything I want, says Maria, with a smile of satisfaction. Josie Acute, 72 years old. I recovered my posture and self-esteem. Jose always had an upright posture, but over time, back pain began to curve his spine. I noticed that I was getting more and more hunched over, and it was affecting my self-esteem. I didn't want to leave the house anymore. People would ask me what was wrong with me, and all I could say was it was just the weight of age, says Josie Acute. After being diagnosed with mild osteoporosis, he began doing muscle strengthening exercises and incorporating calcium-rich foods into his diet. He also began taking vitamin D supplements. Today, my posture is much better, and the back pain is practically gone. I feel good about myself again, and my energy has increased significantly. I feel 20 years younger, Jose says proudly. Claudia, 65 years old. I can now walk without pain and with more confidence. Claudia had difficulty walking long distances for many years due to osteoporosis affecting her hips and knees. Every step I took felt like a challenge. I avoided leaving the house for fear of further damaging my bones. It was when a friend told me about the importance of physical activity and a healthy diet to strengthen bones that I decided to give it a try, recalls Claudia. She started doing low-impact exercises like swimming and started eating more foods rich in magnesium and vitamin K. The change was impressive. In just 3 months, my joint pain has reduced a lot. Today, I can walk without any problems and even dance at family gatherings. I never thought this would be possible, says Claudia, visibly moved. Carlos, 70 years old. I regained my love for life and adventure. Carlos had always been a nature lover and loved hiking. However, bone weakness and leg weakness prevented him from continuing his adventures. I felt like my life was becoming limited. Climbing a trail that I once loved was becoming increasingly difficult and painful, says Carlos. After seeking medical advice and adopting a bone-strengthening exercise program, combined with a diet rich in essential nutrients, Carlos saw a remarkable transformation. Now, after 6 months, I'm back on the trails, and I can go on longer hikes without any pain. The feeling of freedom and connection with nature that I loved so much have returned, Carlos shares with an expression of happiness and fulfillment. These testimonies demonstrate that weak bones are not a final sentence. People who were living with physical limitations, fearful of falling or feeling pain, were able to transform their lives by understanding the importance of taking care of their bones and adopting healthy habits. They proved that, with the right attitude, it is possible to regain bone strength and live with confidence and energy again. These stories show that you are not alone in this journey. If these people can do it, so can you. The solution is within your reach, and you have the ability to reverse the process of bone weakness. You've seen the testimonies of people who, like you, were struggling with weak bones. They made the decision to take action, and now they're reaping the rewards of that transformation. So now it's your turn to take the first step. Change doesn't have to be difficult or distant, but rather a decision you can make today, here and now. The first thing you need to understand is that transformation begins with the decision to take care of yourself. Don't wait until the pain becomes unbearable or the osteoporosis gets worse. The sooner you start taking care of yourself, the easier it will be to maintain the health of your bones in the long term. Don't let time pass without you taking control of your health. Step 1. Start with small daily habits. You don't have to change a routine overnight, but starting with small changes can have a profound impact. If you're not already exercising, start slowly. Short walks, gentle stretches, and light resistance exercises can be a great place to start. These movements will help stimulate bone regeneration and increase muscle strength, which will help protect your bones. Additionally, adjust your diet to ensure you're getting the nutrients you need to strengthen your bones. Incorporating foods rich in calcium, vitamin D, magnesium, and vitamin K can be done simply and gradually. There's no need to make drastic changes. Start with small additions to your diet and watch the results show over time. Step 2. Consider supplements and professional guidance. Although a balanced diet is the foundation, diet alone is often not enough to meet all of your nutritional needs for bone health. It may be a good idea to consult a doctor to assess your need for supplements, such as calcium and vitamin D. Your doctor can recommend specific doses that align with your health profile, further increasing the effectiveness of your care plan. If you're not sure where to start, seek out an osteoporosis specialist or a physical therapist who specializes in bone health. They can guide you on the best exercise plan for you and help you avoid potential injuries while strengthening your bones. Step 3. Have patience and persistence. Transformation doesn't happen overnight. The good news is that with consistent practice, you'll start to feel the benefits in no time. Your pain will begin to subside, your energy will increase, and you'll feel more confident about carrying out your daily activities without fear of injury or discomfort. However, it's important to remember that persistence is key. Like any long-term transformation, it requires commitment and patience. Trust that every little effort you make now will pay off in the future. The changes you make today will not only strengthen your bones, but also improve your quality of life, ensuring that you enjoy life to the fullest without physical limitations. Step 4. Invite yourself to live a fearless life now that you know what it takes to strengthen your bones and transform your health. It's time to ask yourself, am I ready to take this step? Remember, you deserve to live without fear of falling, without pain, and with the freedom to enjoy life with others. Don't let weak bones control your life. You have the power to change that. The transformation starts today. Don't delay. Your bone health is in your hands, and the best time to start taking care of yourself is now. You have the power to take control of your health, and with every decision you make, you'll be one step closer to restoring the strength and vitality of your bones. Don't wait any longer. Take the first step now and feel the transformation unfold. This is the invitation to change. Are you ready to live again with confidence, freedom, and without pain?